10 unspoken regrets only narcissists have. Number 1. Narcissists regret feeling empty and having no empathy. Narcissists are so wrapped up in themselves that they have no time for anything or anyone else. They're obsessed with their image and how others perceive them, and constantly seek validation from others. But they don't realize that the more they try to get validation from others, the emptier they feel inside. Narcissists regret feeling empty, having no empathy, and not being able to feel love for others. Narcissists typically have a hard time learning how to express their emotions. They are often unable to understand the feelings of others. Narcissists may feel they are missing something, but don't know what it is. They also tend to be very self-absorbed and self-centered, making them less likely to show empathy for others or consider their feelings. Number 2. Narcissists regret being so insecure. Narcissists are insecure people, and they regret being so insecure. They know their need for validation and attention is a weakness, and they wish they could be more confident. Narcissists have to act like they're so confident, but deep down, they feel like everyone else is better than them. Narcissists regret this insecurity because it makes them so unhappy. Narcissists are constantly trying to prove themselves to others and gain the approval of those around them. They find it difficult to believe that anyone could like them just for who they are, so they always feel the need to put on a show or risk being rejected by others. Narcissists wish they could just be themselves without worrying about what others think. Number 3. Narcissists regret not being able to love themselves. Narcissists regret not being able to love themselves. They want to feel the warmth of self-love and compassion, but they never learn to give it to themselves. They have trouble loving themselves because they were never taught how. Many narcissists were raised by parents who didn't show them the unconditional love that would help them develop healthy self-esteem and confidence. Narcissists don't think they're capable of loving themselves. They believe they are incapable of love, so they look for others to fill their void. Narcissists want what all humans want, to be loved unconditionally. However, this desire is often accompanied by shame. So instead of trying to find someone who will love them just as they are, narcissists seek out people who will give them the validation they crave. Number 4. Narcissists regret not being able to control their emotions. Narcissists regret not being able to control their emotions. They feel everything, but they're unable to process their feelings healthily. Narcissists know they're not supposed to feel things, but it just happens. They're moody, they're unpredictable, and they seem to be on a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. They are not sorry for what they do, but wish they could stop feeling so heavily and maintain a calm disposition. Narcissists are often plagued by envy and jealousy, which can lead to an inability to trust others or maintain healthy relationships. This lack of control is caused by narcissists' lack of empathy and compassion for others, which makes it difficult for them to understand what other people are going through. As a result, narcissists cannot identify and manage their emotions maturely. Number 5. Narcissists regret not being able to connect with others. Narcissists have trouble connecting with other people because they don't know how. They don't understand how to respond when someone else is upset, or how to help them feel better. Narcissists don't understand what it means to care about someone or what it feels like to have someone care about them. They're often so wrapped up in themselves that they can't see anyone else's feelings. Narcissists are known to be grandiose and self-centered, but they have a deep desire to connect with others. They often think everyone else has an ulterior motive for being nice to them, so they end up pushing people away instead of letting them in. Number 6. Narcissists regret not being able to be vulnerable and open up to others. Narcissists regret not being able to be vulnerable and open up to others. They believe being vulnerable will make them seem weak and inferior, so they don't understand why it's necessary. Narcissists may have difficulty understanding why other people have problems opening up, or why they need to do so to feel connected to another person. Narcissists are often perceived as cold and distant. They don't like letting others in, and they're afraid of what will happen if they do. They don't like letting others in, and they're afraid of what will happen if they do. Narcissists fear they will be judged if they let their guard down, so they hold back from being honest with anyone. Unfortunately, their self-centeredness and lack of empathy make it challenging to show vulnerability or develop meaningful relationships with others. This can lead to intense feelings of loneliness, depression, and even suicidal ideation in some cases. Number 7. Narcissists regret not being able to see their faults and imperfections. Narcissists are so good at blaming others for their problems that they don't even realize how much their behavior contributes to their issues. Narcissists are often so focused on the faults of others that they forget to look at their own. They don't realize that everyone has flaws and miss out on the opportunity to grow by focusing on those around them instead. Narcissists have many flaws, but they're often too blinded by their image to admit it. Narcissists don't like feeling vulnerable or weak, so they'll do anything to avoid it, even if that means blaming others for their issues. They're often so focused on making sure that other people see them in the best possible light that they ignore the fact that they have a lot of things to work on themselves. Number 8. Narcissists regret not being able to admit they're wrong. Narcissists regret not being able to admit they're wrong. Narcissists are often so convinced that they are right in all situations that they can't even consider the possibility of being wrong. It's not that they don't think they're ever wrong, it's just that they have a hard time accepting it. They will also be incapable of asking for forgiveness from other people because they never admit being wrong. Narcissists feel like their opinion is the only one that matters. If someone else agrees with them, then there must be something wrong with that person. Narcissists must always be in control, which means admitting mistakes is one way to lose control over their victims. Number 9. Narcissists regret not being able to give up control. Narcissists are generally very controlling and want to be in charge at all times. They would rather be in a situation where they can manipulate and control everything than take a risk and let someone else take charge. While narcissists don't want to let go of their power, they also wish to let it all go. A narcissist's sense of entitlement often leads them to believe they deserve more than anyone else, which includes getting their way at all times. But the thing is, narcissists aren't always in control of their lives. They're not always able to bend reality to fit their desires and preferences, which can be a source of frustration. Number 10. Narcissists regret not being able to ask for help. Narcissists often struggle with asking for help, but that's not because they don't need it. They're often so consumed with themselves that they tend to not see how much help and support others can give them. They regret having no one to lean on when they feel weak or need someone to talk to. Narcissists wish they could have conversations with people who aren't trying to get something from them. They wish they could be vulnerable without worrying about what other people think. Narcissists long for a moment in their lives where they can be themselves without feeling like there is an ulterior motive behind it. Narcissists pride themselves on being independent and self-sufficient, so they often regret not asking for help when needed. They may have been raised in an environment where asking for help was a sign of weakness or failure, so they learned not to ask for anything. While narcissists can come across as the life of the party, superficial and brimming with self-confidence, what lies beneath the surface is a horrifying mess of fear, intimidation, harsh criticism, and shame. They are ultimately just human beings with normal feelings. Still, most people don't realize that deep down inside, narcissists have many regrets about how they live their lives.